President Rodrigo Duterte orders the closure of all online gambling firms.
Mind you, I am ordering the closure of all online gaming. Lahat. Lahat. Walang silbi to. I order the arrest of Jack Lam. Ang lolo ko Lam, ha? Yan ang problema ko. Baka pinsan ito ng buang... My father is Chinese. Lam. From Macau yung lolo ko, hindi from ano.
Upon taking his oath of office as president last June, Duterte declared he wanted to stop online gambling in the Philippines. The statement triggered a downward spiral in the trading performance of online gambling firms such as PhilWeb. Former PhilWeb chairman Roberto Ongpin stepped down from his post and sold his entire 53.76% stake in the gaming firm to Greggy Araneta, son-in-law of the late President Ferdinand Marcos, for 2 billion pesos. In August, Duterte changed his mind, saying he would allow online gaming companies to operate again should they pay taxes correctly and avoid locations near schools and churches. But on Thursday, Duterte cites the case of Jack Lam, the Macau-based gambling tycoon hunted down for allegedly trying to bribe Justice Secretary Vitaliano Aguirre. Duterte says government has no mechanism to strictly monitor online gambling, thus his order to close down the industry.
Alam mo, sinirahan ko because ganito ang ginagawa nila. I have the white paper written by somebody, but I'll make it public. Yung online sa Pilipinas. Pero yung betting outside, wala tayong mechanism. And corruption alone, not government. Wala sa gobyerno.
President Rodrigo Duterte signs into law Republic Act 10924 or the 2017 General Appropriations Act or GAA amounting to 3.35 trillion pesos, the first under his administration. The 2017 budget is 11.6% higher than 2016 and represents 21% of the projected gross domestic product or GDP for 2017. It is the highest proposed by any administration so far. Duterte thanks lawmakers as well as the budget department for a budget that is pro-people, pro-investment, pro-growth, and pro-development. Duterte says the budget will benefit the poor, the vulnerable, and those in the countryside. The budget department says the GAA is for real change, one that represents the bold plans of the Duterte administration. The Department of Education received the highest allocation for 2017, with 544.1 billion pesos, a significant increase from 2016's 433 billion pesos. The Department of Agriculture got 45.2 billion pesos, while the Department of Agrarian Reform received 9.8 billion pesos. Of all government agencies, it is the Office of the President that has the highest increase of funds of more than 600% by about 17 billion pesos. The Budget Department earlier explained the increase includes funds for the 50th founding anniversary of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations or ASEAN, which the Philippines will host next year. State Weather Bureau Pag-asa warns of possible landslides and floods as tropical storm Nock-ten, local name Nina, is expected to enter the Philippine area of responsibility Thursday. Pag-asa says municipalities in 47 provinces are expected to experience more than 100 millimeters of accumulated rainfall in 24 hours. This could trigger landslides and floods, especially in low-lying areas. If the tropical storm stays on track, moderate to heavy rains may be experienced in Luzon and some areas in Mindanao starting Friday. The United States puts a subsidiary of Chinese e-commerce giant Alibaba back on a blacklist of notorious markets known for selling counterfeit goods and violating intellectual property rights. The Office of the United States Trade Representative, which removed Alibaba from its annual list 4 years ago, included online platform Taobao in its latest release, saying it is not doing enough to curb sales of fake and pirated goods. Alibaba Group President Michael Evans says the company is disappointed by the decision, saying Alibaba improved its policing of goods for sale on its platforms. Evans suggests the current political climate in the United States may have more to do with the decision. President-elect Donald Trump has repeatedly accused China of stealing intellectual property, part of what he calls the country's economic war against the United States. Nokia sues Apple for the infringement of several patents. The Finnish firm, which once dominated the mobile industry, claims Apple has been using Nokia technologies without the proper licenses. Nokia said the two companies were able to reach an agreement over several patents in 2011, but Apple allegedly rejected subsequent negotiations. The lawsuit includes disputes for 32 Nokia patents across a wide range of technologies, including display, user interface, software, antenna, chipsets, and video coding.